About time that CEO died. And I'm sure that a scum CEO like him must have a scummy son as well.
Stanley, your timing with all of that is terrible. Do you really think I want to sit here and listen to you talk about us like that after my father passed away? I know very well that you and my father were not very close to one another. Not even close at all, actually.
Huh? What do you mean by that? I am a banker and I did the right thing as one. And I never had the money to loan out to someone that could never run their business properly.
I understand that it's your job to be the one deciding whether or not to loan out the bank's money. But you having given him nothing for so long led to his company going in the red. And from there you only began to look down on him even further. Was there any real reason as to why you had to do that to my father when he was in such a rough situation?
Are you trying to say that I wasn't doing the right thing by not giving him any money? You can't do anything yourself, and you feel you can judge me on that one? It's because of you being such a useless son that your father ended up dying due to stress.
I don't think I had anything to do with his death. I've heard all about what you've done to my father from him. I'd like it if you began to act a bit more like a grown adult and started to look past all the troubles you've caused us.
This is a pain in my butt. Especially since your father's company is falling apart. I'm sure the company's on the way out right now, yeah? I think you should do the honors and put it out of its misery. The CEO is gone now, so it's time that place was put to rest.
Can you stop saying such horrible things, please? I plan on bringing this company back up from the ashes you've let it become. And so I'm going to start working on that right now.
How are you going to do all that when you have no money? Well, if you happen to come to me asking for anything, I'd hand you nothing more than a bit of pocket lint before showing you the way out.
The money at that bank is not your own, Stanley. I'm not saying that you have to be the one to help with the company that I plan to bring back. But the money in that bank is not something you can control all the time. There are always other bankers I can talk with.
Huh? What's with that kind of talk? I am the only one in charge of the money at this bank, and so I can choose who gets my help or not. And because your family never understood that the company is on its final leg.
This company is not going to fall because of you. No matter what you have to say about us or this company, it's not going to die. Thank you for worrying about us here, but we don't need your worries. And thank you for caring about my father back when you actually cared. But after today, you'll never have the chance to help us out again. Now, good day to you.
I'm going to come to your father's funeral. You should be happy for that.
You don't have to come to it now. My father wouldn't be happy if you came anyway. And if you're worried that not coming will affect how you're viewed, don't worry about that, because it won't. I'd rather you stayed far away from the funeral, actually.
I'm not planning on listening to what you've uttered. Now, I'll be coming to see your devastated expressions when I arrive at the funeral.
You're only going to cause more trouble, so please, stay away. I'm telling you that you don't have to bother with my family anymore. Now, goodbye.
I'm quite the nice guy, aren't I? I came here with some money to hand off to you guys as a gift, even though you were all scum. Thank you, please.
This isn't funny, Stanley. Why did you come to my father's funeral? Did you think that it was okay for you to do that when you're supposed to be seen as a leading banker?
Huh? What was it that I did wrong here?
You came into the funeral and chucked 49 cents at me, saying it was the money you wanted to give to my father. That right there is beyond normal. You get your head together and explain yourself to me. Actually, you don't even have to explain anything to me as long as you leave. I don't even want to look at you anymore.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm happy thinking about how soon that company will fail soon. And I'll never have to worry about your scum again.
Excuse me? Are you really going to say that to me again when my father only just passed away a few days ago? I think that what you've done is far from okay now that you've made yourself out to look like a complete lunatic.
He caused all sorts of problems for me. Because he never knew how to run a company, his problems slowly became mine, and that was no good. But now that he's gone for good, I decided to celebrate that by handing you 49 cents in his name.
I'm going to make you regret what you've done today.
Try it.
I'm telling you that what you've just said to me, you'll soon come to regret. I'm not going to let what you've done to me go. You're really going to regret what pain you've caused me and my family today. I'm going to do all this in the name of my father.
What are you going on about, Richard? At this point, no matter what you try and say to me, I'm not going to budge. You and your whole family is a bunch of idiot scum. I'm looking forward to the day the company collapses. Well, good luck trying to pick up any scraps before that company crumbles into pieces.
I don't need to hear any of that from you because we have a plan set in place to bring the company back on its feet. And whether I do my best or not will not be affected by you. I'm seriously going to make you regret all of this, so you'd better get excited for that time to come.
Richard, it's been a few weeks now. I know I haven't spoken to you for a while now, but are you doing all right? Can you please forgive me for what had happened before? I've contacted you today apologizing for all of that. So if you don't mind, I'd love to have a moment of your time to talk through things. And preferably, I'd love to come to you to apologize to you properly and sincerely.
Stanley, your attitude has changed quite a lot since the last time we spoke. Did something happen to you?
I have seen that your company has come along quite a ways. And so I was wondering if I could be of any service to you and the company now.
So you're here asking me to allow you to help the company again? I'm surprised you're not embarrassed by asking me that after all you've done, you jerk.
Huh? Stanley?
My company really has been performing well now. And that is all because my father, the man you talked horribly about for so long, was able to make some last-minute saves before his death that brought a lot of income into the company. And because of that, the company is outperforming most other companies in the state. It has become a very popular topic for discussion. I'm sure you just want to help the company out now because you want to make yourself look good right now. You think that by asking such a thing, you and I will become close to one another? Have you forgotten about everything that you've done to my father and his family?
I'm so sorry about what had happened then. And as of now, I am very regretful of the way I had acted, both around your father and around you. Do you think you can find it in your heart to forgive me for that? I promise that there is a very high chance now that the money your father had requested before can be given to you now because of the company's outstanding performance. Will you allow the two of us to discuss all of that even further?
What? Are you expecting that I'll give in and allow you to talk about money now after all you've done? You never listened to what my father wanted when he was alive, so why have you changed your mind now?
I never meant for any of that to be damaging to him. At the time, it was hard for even I to be able to hand over the amount of money he had been asking for. Can you please find a way to understand what I'm saying?
Even if that was the case back then, the way you handled it was rude and unacceptable for a grown adult. We're not going to be asking for any kind of financial support from you now. And at this point, we have already spoken with other banks about financing, and are to the point now where we've finished our talks and are moving on to finalizing our deals.
What? Are you guys going to pull out the money you have in our bank deal?
We are. We no longer want your bank handling any of the company's money. I was waiting for you to come and apologize to me just so that I could tell you that we were moving forward with pulling all of our money out of that bank. And thankfully, we are just about ready to do so. This is all working too perfectly.
Please, slow down for one moment. Are you sure about that?
About what?
The money that we are holding here is in fact the money that belongs to your company, yes? Moving it out of here so easily is not something that can be done overnight.
I'm aware of that. And that's why I've been working on accomplishing this feat for a while now. And when the money has all been pulled out, you'll have to be the one to take responsibility for it.
Huh? I have to?
Of course you do. The whole reason that our company is now pulling the money from your bank and moving it somewhere else is because of the way you acted towards us. I'm sure you'll even be fired for this now that there will be some damages to your bank.
Richard, do you think you can talk to me directly about all of this? I'd like to start out by apologizing for everything that had happened between us before. And I'd really like to have the chance to explain myself to you. I believe there is a massive misunderstanding between us right now.
A massive misunderstanding. Oh, I don't think so. I have not forgotten about the way you acted then. And no matter how much you've changed your attitude now towards me, what you had said and done will not be erased.
And I am very well aware of that. But I'd love to talk to you about that a bit more. I have thought a lot about what I've done, so please allow me to apologize to you. Please, I promise that I'll never act in that sort of childish way towards you and your company ever again.
It is far too late for you to apologize to me now. I told you back then, didn't I? I'm going to make you regret what you said and done. And I'm just doing what I had promised.
Please, calm down, Richard. I'm very well aware that all of that was because of me, and I'm at fault for that. But I'd really like for us to continue talks again about how this bank can help your company in even more ways now. So please just give me enough of your time to talk with you about all of that in person.
No, thank you. I'm not going to work with your bank anymore, and I thought I had made that clear. I'll never forget the way you treated my father, and this is all happening now because of that.
I never meant to treat him so poorly then. Perhaps you could say that back then I had just gotten a little too far ahead of myself. And that caused me to act in a slightly rude manner towards him.
Slightly? I doubt that you were only slightly being rude to him back then.
His company continued to stay in the red that whole time, but he always came to me asking for more support. I understand that things were tough for him, but
even though you understood the rough situation he had been in, you not only acted towards him in a cold manner, but you even came all the way to his funeral and made fun of his name.
well, I didn't mean for that to be anything hurtful towards him and his family. I had to be at the funeral as I'm one of the lead bankers that worked with him.
Oh, I know that you had to be there. But if you had to be there only because you are a leading banker, then you should have acted like one until the very end. I'm never, ever going to let that go. You hear me? Everyone else that was at the funeral feels the same way I do about you. My father may have worked with your bank for the longest time now, but after seeing how you treated him and his family, everyone is very much okay with what I'm doing now. And I think that what I'm doing right now, having the company's money removed from your bank, is the perfect form of revenge.
Please, wait, Richard. I never expected your company to make such a huge comeback like it has after what your father did to it. I know now that I was getting too far ahead of myself, and I want to apologize for that. But if you pull all that money out of our bank now, it will really ruin my day.
And I have nothing to do with your day being ruined, Stanley. You didn't seem to care when my father was in a tough spot and his day was being ruined. So why should I care about your day?
Wait, please! I didn't mean that.
Also, it seems you never even looked at how the company was doing before my father passed, right?
Huh?
If you had just taken a look at the company's sales, you would have seen that it was going to make a comeback for sure. The only reason for my father needing some money from you at the time was because of a mistake one of the managers in the company had made when writing an order. And so because of that, the company did not have the right amount of money to cover the costs. But had you just handed over a little money to help pay for the costs at the time, then you would have seen that the company being in the red was only due to one late payment. So the only reason you thought the company was in the red for so long is because of that one mistake. But it was only on one occasion, and wasn't even that big of a deal at the time. If you were really the amazing banker you feel that you are, you would have noticed that and understood that by handing the money to my father that one time, the status of being in the red would have gone away immediately after he made the payment.
Well, that's...
Did you ever take a look at the company's finances when he came to you? And on top of that, did you even offer to lend him anything?
I'm sorry, but I did not. I had assumed that him coming back to meet me again for money meant that his company was in the red for good. And so I never thought to look at the finances of his company. I'm so very sorry for that. But now I'm very much aware of how well your company is doing. Please allow my bank to continue working with your company.
I've already spoken to your bank's owner.
Huh?
I'll be going over there later to speak with them in person, but I will not be talking to you. I'll be letting them know about how it was your attitude that led to this choice.
Stop that, please. If you tell them about that, then I'll be made responsible for everything. Richard, please stop trying to make all of this my problem.
I'm not trying to make it your problem, as it's always been your problem, Stanley. And because of the way you acted after my father died, I'd hoped that you would have thought about your actions and made up for them sooner. But I can see that even after a few weeks have passed, you still don't see what you've done as your problem.
I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to apologize to you now, so please forgive me. I'll come to you and get on my hands and knees.
I don't need to see you doing that now. I know that you're a pile of garbage now, and will never change unless something severe happens to you. You really screwed up by not doing your job and labeling my father's scum for making one small mistake. I'm going to make sure you get a full whiff of this revenge that I've brewed up for you. Goodbye. After that, Stanley the banker was forced to take responsibility for his actions and was fired because of them. He was also made to pay the bank for the huge loss they just took when Richard pulled his company's money out, and is now stuck with some major debt. Really, the bank would have never minded Stanley for turning Richard's father away when he came asking for some help. But him going the extra mile and throwing 49 cents at Richard during his father's funeral is where things changed. If only Stanley had been a bit more mature about the way he acted, he would never have been in such trouble. But just as Richard had said, the only way that Stanley is going to learn and change for the better is after something severe happens to him, like losing his job.
Alright, so I'm counting on you starting today. Huh? What are you counting on me for? I told you, starting today I'm going to be going back to work, because I didn't have any more days off from labor. Did you forget? Oh, yeah, you did say that, but what does that have anything to do with me? Huh? I asked you to take care of my kid. I remember specifically asking for your help. I told you no, though. I'll tell you again. No. I have kids of my own, too. You can't just say no now. I have to go into work for real tomorrow. I'm only going to say hello and check in for today and I'll come back, but... Wait, you're not telling me you haven't quit your part-time job yet, right? I'm not going to quit. I told you that I wouldn't be quitting my part-time job. Then how the hell are you going to look after my adorable twins? I told you I can't. I have a part-time job and I have 2 kids of my own. So what? Your kids are both old, middle school and high school. They barely require any help from you. No one cares about them. I definitely care about them. And not to mention, they're both very active in sports. I'm really busy right now moving them around. I also have my part-time job for the 10th time. Part-time work is just like playtime anyway. Just quit that silly job of yours. And come take care of my kids at no cost, okay? I can't do that. You want me to look after your infants and take care of the house for free, right? That's what you're asking for? I don't have the leisure to do that kind of thing for you. Just so you understand, Ms. Part-Time, you might not be able to comprehend because of your tiny little brain, but my job has a lot of responsibility, unlike you. Also, I was pregnant for the first time at 40, and they're twins to make things more difficult. Your brother went overseas for his work. He won't be back for another half a year. You don't want to help out your poor old sister-in-law? Well, then you better get a move on and find a daycare. Even more so if you really want to go back to work. It's not that I want to go back to work. I'm going to go back to work by tomorrow morning. So I can't be having this discussion with you right now. Okay, then you better start looking right now. At least try to find a babysitter or something. That's why I'm asking you. Why don't you pay someone professional? Someone who's certified to take care of your kids. I don't have any more money. Fertility treatments cost a lot of money, you know. Then you should ask your own siblings. You have sisters, right? Their kids should also be fairly old now, so they shouldn't have any issues there. I don't want to cause any problems with my actual sisters. You guys all live close by anyway. You're basically obligated to help me. Didn't James tell you anything? Sure, he talked to me about it. I also turned his offer down too. Why the hell did you do that? Your kids won't be going to college anyway. There's no reason for you, the wife, to be working anyway. It doesn't matter if you quit at all, so just quit that job and come take care of my kids. You're seriously talking crazy right now. Besides, let's do a little review. You have 2 boys at your house. I have all girls. I can't really feel safe about that, can I? I'm going to have them stay at your parents' house. Wait, did I read that right? You said my parents' house? Yeah, my parents' house is too far from here. My mom isn't around and my father needs to be looked after. I don't have any other choice but to have them looked after at your house. If you take care of them there, it all works out perfectly. I want you to let them eat at least 3 meals a day at your parents' house. I work late often, so it really helps. What? I never agreed to any of that crap. My mother is also sick right now, so she can't deal with your kids. I need to take her to the hospital still. You need to stop talking about all this nonsense. And start looking for a babysitter or a daycare. It's going to work out a lot better for you. What time are you going? Huh? To the hospital. I'm already headed there now. Lydia? Ms. Lydia? What the hell? You ran off after leaving the kids at my parents' house? What is wrong with you? I told you I have to go to the office starting this morning. I didn't really have a choice. I'll go pick them up this afternoon. That's not the problem here. My mother and I are at the hospital right now, so we can't go home. My father is completely confused as to what he should be doing and what's going on. You need to cut your shit out. You left your kids at my parents' house, claiming you should be glad that I'm letting you see your grandkids. How rude can you be? Just so you know, I don't mind if you guys buy them clothes or toys. You can just keep them at your parents' house. I'm going to leave them at your parents' house every day anyway. I'll be okay on the weekends, but when I have to go away on business trips, make sure it's okay for them to stay overnight. And just to be extra crystal clear, do not let them have any interaction with those boys of yours, all right? Are we good? Hey, I didn't say yes to any of this. You don't have a choice. I'm going to work now. See ya! Alright, I just swung by the office for today, so I'm all done. I'll be heading over there to pick them up now. They're not here. Huh? What do you mean they're not here? My father was at his wit's end, so after that, I had them picked up by your sisters. I called them as soon as you left. What? You're joking, right? Your sister that lives with your father at his place came by to pick them up real quick. My older sister? Yeah. I don't believe it. You messaged her without telling me? I didn't realize. I didn't think that you were that kind of person that would lack common sense like that. My sister and I haven't been on speaking terms for a long time, and then you go and give her my kids? You shut up about common sense. You need to stop. Your sister, she was apologizing nonstop to me. I'm so sorry for my younger sister's rudeness. I think she said that's the normal common sense, I think. My dad also had a rise in his blood pressure. He got sick and collapsed. What the hell have you done? Raise your own damn kids. You made my older sister apologize? And where are my kids? Give me back my kids! How about you message your older sister and ask yourself? You know I can't do that. Yeah, I do know, actually. You left your own father's home because you didn't want to take care of him. You moved all the way over here to avoid him, right? That's not true. Also, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. You didn't know that there was a daycare specifically for employees at your workspace. How did you... You spoke to my father, right? You said that it was too expensive for you to use. If you have money to spend on your own stupid clothing and expensive purses, maybe you should spend some money on your kids. What are you talking about? Oh, come on. It takes 2 seconds to figure out that you're in love with Chanel. It's not some kind of great big mystery. Also, I spoke to my brother. My father's pretty damn pissed. What did you tell him? Oh, about today? He said that he doesn't want you in his property ever again. He also said that if he ever sees you on his property again, he will cut ties with you, your kids, and my brother. He's just bluffing. Oh, and your older sister apparently agreed with everything too, just so you know. My older sister? Yeah, the one and only. I know that you need help because you had twins at a relatively older age, but maybe you should have considered, I don't know, talking to people around you for help other than just pushing your kids onto them. Where are my babies? Also, let's go back to the Chanel thing for a second. Apparently, my brother didn't know anything about it. You told James about it? I didn't, but my father did. He was pretty surprised. You and your family, you're seriously screwing everything up for me. If you don't give my kids back, I'm going to sue you for abduction. I'm literally telling you where they are. Just call your sister. They're at your parents' house. Also, going forward, don't ever have any interaction with me or mine again. Then who's going to take care of them? I don't know. Figure it out. If you want me to look after them, then you better be willing to pay. At least the same amount as my part-time job. Also, I don't want to cause any undue stress to my father, so don't go to my parents' house ever again. I'm sorry about this time, but can you please get my kids back from my older sister? What? What are you saying? Please, I really don't want to see my older sister. I'm sorry about this. I don't care. You talk down about my kids. Just so you know, those kids you made fun of, they're the ones most concerned about your kids. Maybe you should learn from them. Take care of your own kids. Whatever, if you come back to my parents' house, I'll call the police. I told your older sister as well. Don't ever come again. Lydia ended up calling her older sister even though she didn't want to. She did go pick up her kids from her father's house. She didn't even tell them about the fact that she had kids. She was scolded till her ears bled. They said that if she wasn't willing to responsibly raise the kids, they would take custody of them. She couldn't take off from work more than she already had, so she used up her PTO as much as she could, but it left a heavy impact on her chance of promotions and pay raises. If only she didn't spend so much money on her stuff, then maybe, just maybe, she would have had some money left to be looked after at a daycare, or even asking Carolyn for help with looking after them. Her husband James didn't help either. At the end, he contributed nothing. Carolyn's parents don't talk to Lydia at all anymore. In the end, Lydia was way too selfish. Ended up pushing away all the help she could have got around her.
Sally, the lunch you made me tasted like crap, as always.
What?
That fried chicken you made! Felt like I was biting down on rubber or something, and it was so oily. Why are you so bad at cooking?
Huh? It wasn't that bad.
Stop making excuses. You'll never be a good housewife if you keep making excuses. Why can't you be more like my mom?
I know your mom is a good cook, but I used to be a chef too. I don't think my cooking is that bad.
Excuses, excuses, excuses. That's all you do, make excuses.
Stop. You're hurting me. Can you please stop?
I'll stop if you get better at cooking.
Fine. I'll just stop cooking then.
You can't do that, you're a housewife.
The thing is, I'm thinking about going back to work.
What?
I'm sick of you ridiculing me like this. I want to be a chef again.
So you're running away? And besides, you quit because that place made you work long hours. What about our time together?
Yeah, but I think it's for the best.
Don't push your luck. Pissing me off. Man, why can't you be more like my mom? She's such an amazing chef. I know. Why don't you ask her to teach you? If this is the best you can do, I feel bad for our future kids. I mean, a mom who can't cook? Come on!
Then let me be a chef again.
But then you'll be working long hours again. Who's gonna cook my dinner, huh?
But you hate my cooking. Just make it yourself.
I don't think so. That's your job.
What? But
I'm not gonna cook. That's your job. You just have to get better at cooking. Your food tastes like garbage.
why are you like this? Stop saying things like that.
It's just how I feel, and I'm just giving you honest feedback.
But why don't you just get some takeout on the way home?
No, we're in this together. You gotta keep cooking for me. Just get better at cooking, and no, you can't get your old job back. Just practice at home.
But last night you threw everything out.
Oh, that? Well, that's because it tasted awful. I tried, I really did. I just couldn't do it. It was disgusting.
You remember what you said? You said you'd rather eat garbage.
Yeah. And I meant what I said. Man, I really miss my mom's cooking. Oh well, it's too late for regrets now. Whatever, just keep trying.
No.
What?
I'm tired of this. You're so mean to me.
What? I'll stop if you get better at cooking.
You weren't like this before we got married.
Really?
Yeah. I had no idea you were like this.
What, so this is my fault now? It's not my fault you can't cook. Stop blaming others. All you do is make excuses.
Fine then. You know what? Cook dinner for me tonight.
Me? Cook? Hell no, I'm a man. You're my wife. Cooking is your job. I'm sure you can do it. Just keep at it.
But all you do is complain.
Maybe, but I'm still not cooking. And I'll keep eating your food even if it tastes like crap. I'm a very patient man. You should be grateful for that.
Ugh! Forget it! You don't have to eat if you don't want to.
What?
Look, I'm at your parents' house right now.
Huh? Why?
I told your mom about everything. She was teaching me how to cook. You said I should ask her to teach me, remember?
Yeah, but what did you tell her?
Everything. I showed her the text messages too.
What? Why would you do that?
She was really impressed with my cooking.
Oh, okay.
She said she barely cooked for you as a child. She feels really bad about that.
Oh,
That's all you got to say? You were lying to me.
well,
I can't do this anymore.
what?
I can't stand you anymore. You're a liar. And all you ever do is complain. What's your problem, huh?
Well, technically I didn't lie.
I want a divorce.
What? Why? You're not making any sense. That's all you've got to say?
The thing is, I already moved out my stuff. I came to see your parents today to tell them in person.
Look, just wait there, okay? I'll be right there after work.
No, I'm done. And your parents told me they understand.
What?
I told them everything. How you verbally abused me. How you always throw out my food I cooked for you.
No, listen, I can explain.
Oh, really? Excuses, excuses.
No, just listen. The thing is, I never thought your cooking was bad. In fact, I love it, but I wanted you to get even better. So that's why I said all those things, to motivate you.
Why go through all that trouble?
I don't know, I thought you'd realize at some point.
What's wrong with you?
I just wanted you to get better, that's all.
So that's why you ridiculed me every day for my cooking? You're not making any sense.
I'm serious, I did it all for you.
Thanks, but I don't need your help. I used to be a professional chef, remember? I told you to stop many times, but you just kept going.
I didn't mean to hurt you, but if I did, I'm sorry. I really am.
Oh no.
What?
You've been doing this to me for a year now. I'm done.
What do you mean? Wait!
I'm leaving you, and that's final.
What? Why? I just told you the truth. I love your cooking. I was doing all this for you, because I love you.
Just stop. All you do is make excuses. We're done.
Don't say that. We can start over.
For the sake of argument, let's say you are telling the truth. But still, last night you threw out the dish I made for you. You know how long it took me to make that? Huh? Do you?
3 hours?
It took me the whole day. But you threw it out on the first bite.
Sally, I'm sorry. I had no idea.
It's a bit too late for apologies.
I'm sorry. Let me make it up to you.
Too late. I won't be coming home. And I just left your parents' house too. They're okay with this. We're done.
No, please! I need you to cook for me! I won't do anything like this again!
Too late. I can't believe I wasted a year of my life on you! Oh, by the way, your parents already paid me for damages on your behalf. You'll have to pay them back, so have fun.
Wait, hold on, this can't be happening. Is this for real?
Yeah. I'm not a liar like you, LOL. It's all true.
Sally, I love you! Please come back! I'll do anything!
It's a bit too late for that. Oh, and your parents were saying they're gonna cut all ties with you. They seemed really upset with you. Whatever. I guess you can talk to them yourself. Have fun. Sally left the divorce papers with Todd's parents. He tried to fight it, but eventually he cracked and signed the papers. But he couldn't get over her. He started stalking her after the divorce, but he got caught by the police before he could do anything. Sally went back to work at her old restaurant. She's thinking about opening her own place really soon.